guys and dolls, how are you? I hope you're well. Okay, so let's talk about I'm gonna be looking like the female version of Fabio because the fan is on and my hair is flying in the wind. Anyway, so the time I met somebody from Nebraska, met this fool online. Just to give you a backstory, this individual was, he was, before he got, became single, officially single as in a divorce, okay? His estranged wife at the time was dying of cancer. So just to give you an idea of what kind of person this individual is, he brought other women to his mother and father-in-law's house while their daughter's dying of cancer. So this tells you what kind of individual this is, okay? And then when I said, you can't do that, what's wrong with you? And he said, well, they're just friends. I don't care if they're just friends or not. You don't bring other women to your father-in-law's house and you're still married to their daughter who's terminally ill. You can't do that. Okay? He just wears me out. But that's just a small glimpse of who he truly is, okay? It gets better, don't you even think it does? And it gets better. For those of you who heard this story, I'll see you next time. Peace out. If you haven't heard this story, this will be your first time, alright? Because I haven't talked about it for a good while. And I was talking to my friend about it tonight, so I thought, you know what? That'll be a good story time. So, anyway. So, what happened? He also had a female best friend, strictly friends, nothing romantic. And they went to school together, so they basically grew up together. Well, I don't know what he did to her to piss her off, but when he got admitted to the hospital, she dropped him as a friend. Wow. Okay, so there you got a little bit of the backstory. Also, his dad had passed away, or his stepfather, and he ended up, the family didn't want to deal with his mom. Let's just keep it real. They didn't want to deal with her. So they had her move into his house. We'll call him N, because he's from Nebraska. Move into N's house, knowing that he is so in love with himself, he could never be with anyone else. But they didn't want to take responsibility for her. So we'd rather you deal with his bullshit than move in with us, because we ain't trying to deal with all that. Okay? Wow. So that's the back history. Alright, so met this fool online, years ago, and oh my god. He would literally come from, wait. Let me go back to his mom for a second. So his mom was staying with him. Her health isn't the best, and, she needed to stay with someone. He was looking for someone to take care of his mother because he was tired of dealing with her. Let's just keep it real. He was tired of dealing with her. The reason I know that is because when I did get to know him, which, okay, you see my expression? Around Christmas time, I talked to him around Christmas time, and I said, well, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to my brother-in-law's house because my mom's getting emotional and she's crying and shit. Those were his exact words. She's crying and shit. And he basically didn't want to hear it, so he left the house and went to the brother-in-law's house. And I was stunned by that. I was like, you do realize that people get emotional during the holidays sometimes, right? And sometimes they cry. Sometimes people get sad. It's a holiday. Are you serious? I'm not trying to hear all that. Wow. So now you get an idea of who this little bastard is, okay? So anyway, oh, he's a piece of shit. Anyway, so he would come from Nebraska to see me, and he talked kind of slow because he had had a tumor. And the tumor had grown to the point where they basically, once they discovered it at the hospital, they told him, you need to have surgery like now, today. Make your phone calls or whatever you got to do because you're having surgery today. So apparently it was pressing on the speech center of your brain. So he, and I'm not being funny, but he kind of taught like this, I understood what he would say, but he talks very, very slow. You could tell that he was still in the process of learning how to talk. All right? And I mean, I got my own medical stuff, so I don't judge people off of that. So he came here. We went to a movie, and I don't know if I had a touch of like mild bronchitis, but I was coughing so hard it sounds like I'm barking like a dog. And I'm doing that through the whole movie, probably pissing people off. I'm not doing it on purpose. I can't, I'm coughing. So then we go back to my place, and then I'm preparing a meal for the next day, and he hears me still barking, and he's unfazed. He's sitting in there like he's at the, Sandals Resort. I'm sick as a dog, and he's sitting in there like he's on, on a beach somewhere. So I said, it'll go faster if you help me, right? And I had to say it a couple of times because he wasn't really trying to do all that. Let me go back to the movie for 1 second because there's a crucial part that I forgot because I'm silly. So anyway, went to the movie, right? He went to get the car. It's in the wintertime. When he comes back with the car, now obviously let's all put on our thinking caps, okay? Obviously, if you drove your car off the lot when you bought it, as soon as you buy it, that the locks automatically lock. You know this. This isn't something new. If you've been driving your car more than 30 seconds, you know what it does. So he goes and gets the car, and he knows I have chronic pain. So I'm standing on a patch of ice because he pulled up next to the ice patch. I don't know if you call it a little patch of ice. And he's sitting in the car. These are the types of fools that are on dating sites, okay? My friend's on a dating site, and I'm like, good luck, because you're going to need it. Anyway, you're going to need it. So he's sitting there like this, looking straight ahead, holding onto the steering wheel and looking straight ahead, pretending that I'm not standing there on a patch of ice where I could fall and hurt myself really badly and be in a flare, which makes my body a lot worse with pain. And he's just sitting there pretending he don't see me there. And I screamed at the top of my lungs, open the fucking door! Because I am in super protect my body mode. And if I fall and get hurt because of something that somebody did on purpose, we're going to have a serious problem. So he finally unlocks the damn door, and I said, why didn't you open the door? Well, I didn't realize that it was locked. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So when I realized what I was, wait, no. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. So we went to the I think it's like a Walgreens, okay? We went there, and these are the types of losers online on dating sites. It sucks. It really totally sucks. And some people you don't forget, but not for good reasons. All right. What happened? Oh, we go into the store, and this girl has waves in her hair, like ocean waves in her hair. Her hair is really, really pretty. And he was obviously with me, and I said, oh, your hair is so pretty. I love that. She said, thank you. And then all of a sudden, he's fascinated with her hair too. Guys don't do that unless they're hairdressers, and they still don't do it. They talk about hair all day on the job. They probably don't want to talk about it when they're not at work. All of a sudden, he's super fascinated with her hair. Yeah, your hair is pretty. That's real pretty. Oh, did you put those waves in? Is that natural? What's going on? I walked away because obviously he's trying to have a moment with her. So I walked away. Oh my God, it makes me tired. Okay, so we go to a friend's house. You see how drained I am? We go to a friend's house. What you're supposed to do if you go to a friend's house, you bring something with you. And if you're going to bring you're going to be drinking up their booze, you should probably bring a bottle or bring a case of something or whatever. You come with something in your hand. You do not go there empty-handed and then drink all the people's alcohol and then ask for more. And she kind of had a little bit of attitude, but I wasn't really paying attention because I think I was talking to her son or watching TV or something. So I wasn't really paying attention to what Dummy was doing. And so, but her face was had a weird look on it. And I said, what? She said, yeah, he's drinking up on my alcohol and he didn't offer to bring anything and came in here empty-handed. That's how he rolls. Now, at this point, I'd seen him a couple of times, and that was more than enough for me, okay? His dad died of alcoholism. I didn't see in drinking alcohol like crazy until, like, maybe, I'm guesstimating at, like, the second or third visit. All of a sudden, he's just having a good old time drinking and drinking and drinking. And I said, why are you drinking so much? It wasn't social drinking. It was, I don't know. It was overboard. He wasn't doing that before. And all of a sudden, he just got to drink like a goddamn fish. And I said, why are you drinking so much? Well, I'm not at work and this and that, and I'm on my relaxed time. Right. But you're drinking a lot. You know your dad died of alcoholism, right? Well, yeah. Then why are you trying to sign up for the same thing? I'm just on my relaxed time. I'm just, just having a few, throwing a few back. I think the final straw was when he was more than willing to have me prepare. You're a guest in my home, so I'm going to prepare a meal for you. You're a guest in my home. But if I'm sick, you would think you'd have enough sense to say, hey, you go sit down, snap those string beans or whatever. You go sit and relax and do that, and I'll do the rest or whatever. You don't just sit on your ass when you know the person's sick. So I think that was pretty much the last straw. When somebody has to ask you to help them in the kitchen and they're very sick, I'm literally barking like a dog. I'm not kidding. That deep in the chest bark, okay? And he was just unfazed by it. I was done. I said, and he likes to sob story to his son and likes to tell his son that women don't want to be with me because I had a tumor. Okay, no. You need to stop that shit right now. I said, you need to stop telling your son that women don't want you because of the way you speak, because you had a medical problem. They don't want you because you're self-absorbed. You think the world revolves completely around you. That's the reason. It doesn't have anything to do with medical. You're not the only person with the medical situation going on. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. You're a selfish prick. That's the real reason I don't want to be bothered with you. That's the real reason women don't want to be bothered with you. All right? Ugh. So I got rid of him, cussed him out, blocked him and everything else because I'm done. You go to people's house, you guzzle up all their booze. That's not going to put people in a good mood. You don't lost your mind up in here. So then there was this other one, and this is my personal favorite, and you guys, some of y'all have already heard this, but it's my personal favorite, okay? Had not even met this person. And my friend's on a dating site now, and I'm like, oh my God, it's bringing back memories for me of when I was on there. And I'm like, oh my good God, you don't know. There's a lot of losers on there. There's a ton of losers. And people are interested in you and then they're not, and then they can't get enough of you, and then they disappear for 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever, and it's everybody's running game. Everybody is running game. People who talk about, well, my friend found their spouse on there. Right. I said this, the other day. I was talking to my friend's neighbor, who's a friend of hers, and I think she had me on speakerphone, and I said, yeah, the dating sites just really suck. And she said, well, my friend found her husband on there. And I said, how long ago was that? She said 6 years ago. I said, exactly. Exactly. That's when people were more serious about meeting people online. The people that are married, they found their spouse a long time ago, or their significant other a long time ago. Because the people that's on there now, yeah, you don't want that. Okay, you just don't want that. BSers and liars and BSers and game players and people playing with your feelings, and it's just a big joke to everybody. And then they have the grass is greener syndrome. The grass is always greener on the other side until you get there and it's astroturf. That's what I always say. You always think the grass is greener until you get over there. Well, anyway, so then what happened was I talked to this one guy. He's a paramedic in Sedalia. Help us all. Anyway, my personal favorite, we're trying to get to know each other and everything, and he said, well, if we go out and we have a good time, I don't see why we can't do something. And I said, what's the rush? He said, what's the hold up? Those are his exact words. What's the hold up? And then he proceeds. I've said this before, so if y'all heard this story before, just plug your ears. Anyway, then he proceeds to go on a campaign like a politician. My friend had a fling with this lady, and then, no, they went to high school together, and then many years later, they reunited or something, I think is what he said. And then they had a one-night stand, and they've been in love ever since. They're married with a couple of kids. I said, do you know what the chances of that are? Slim to none. Okay? People who have flings don't fall in love with their flinger. The person they're having a fling with, they don't fall in love with them. And they don't get married and have kids. That's why it's called a fling. You flung in the bed, you flung yourself on top of them, or whatever. You did your thing, and then you're out of there. Don't freaking sit here and tell me some bullshit about they got married and had kids, because you are talking out the left side of your damn neck. So when he realized that I wasn't biting, then he says, it seems to, it's so damn ridiculous. It seems to me like you always have to be in control. I said, when it comes to my body, you damn straight I'm going to be in control. And then, of course, I had nothing else to say to his ass. This male ego thing, I'm not saying women can't be egotistical, but this macho male mentality that I had a conversation with you, or 2 conversations with you. This was our first one where he expects the draws. I had one conversation with you, so chop chop, let's go. I don't owe you shit. I don't know where y'all get that from. Not all you men, so just chill out. I talked to a really sweet guy the other day. I was telling him that guys online want white girls with blonde hair, and he said something really sweet. He was talking about how online is games, and games for him too. He's young. He's in his early 20s, or I would say middle 20s, and women are playing games with him too. I said, yeah, they want white girls with blonde hair. They don't mind sampling a woman of color, but they ain't trying to be serious with her. That's just not what they're trying to do. And he's chocolate, and he said, they tripping. You're always welcome here. You come here anytime you want to. I said, well, thank you. He didn't trip off of, I don't mind sampling somebody in the bed, but I'm not trying to introduce you to my family and get serious with you. I've been told that being with a woman of color by a classmate, we weren't even on that page. What are you talking about? We have a professional relationship. What is your problem? He says it was always on his bucket list to be with a woman of color. Is that supposed to get me excited? Because that doesn't do it for me. We have a professional relationship. We went to school together. We became colleagues. What in the hell are you talking about? When he said it was on his bucket list to be with a woman of color, I said to him, I suggest you find your little black book. Well, when I got married, I got rid of my black book. I don't know what to tell you. What the hell? That doesn't turn women on, fool. That does not turn women on, okay? So I told y'all about this before, and for those who don't know, this will be new to you, but it's coming to my mind, okay? People are so ludicrous that you can't help but laugh. They're ludicrous. So I had met this guy years ago in the, I was in the club for Halloween, and I was, oh, what do you call her? Venus, the goddess of love, or something. I don't know. I think I was Venus. I think. Anyway, Greek mythology. Okay. Anyway. So, no, that particular winter, or Halloween, I think I was Border Patrol. I might have been, no, that particular, yeah, one winter I think I was Venus, and then one winter I was, or Halloween, I'm trying to say Halloween. I was, the time I met him, I was a Border Patrol agent, okay? And he was in his I'm going to say middle to later 20s. So he's he came to the club, he came to the club with his cousin, right? So he sees me dancing and he's like, oh, go ahead, girl. You know, and I'm throwing down on the floor, or at least I think I am. And then he wants to dance with me, and that's fine. You know, I'm cool with that. And then he decides to try macking me. He said he works with, I don't know what you call it, the pipeline or something, and, you know, he owns his own home, and, you know, he makes pretty good money. I don't care about any of those things, because you could be a relative of Jack the Ripper, and your job and all your money is not going to save me from being murdered, okay? So I'm not really trying to hear all that. But guys will use that as a way to attract women. It doesn't work for me because I don't care about that. I really don't. Because if you're weird or off your rocker, your job's not going to come saving me, okay? Anyway, so he's hitting on me, and I find you intriguing. That was his pickup line. I find you intriguing. Do you hear my energy draining? So anyway, I said, well, you know, he's, you know, I think you're sexy, and, you know, whatever. And he's, you know, checking me out and all this business, and I'm not really feeling it. But I did say, well, you know, he said, I'm going to leave town. He was only going to be in town for a couple of days. So I guess he wanted to tap some booty while he's in town. I'm not going to be the one you're tapping, okay? Sorry. Anyway, I said, oh, this is what he does. After hitting on me and letting me know through no uncertain terms that he wouldn't mind getting some of that, he goes and makes arrangements. This is where their ego is bigger than their common sense. He goes and gets his cousin to get somebody else to drop him off at the hotel because he knows he's coming home with me. I don't know where he got that from, but he just was convinced that, you know, he's going home with me. He comes up, saunters over to me, and says, yeah, I made arrangements for my cousin to get a ride to the hotel so that we could get out of here. I'm like, what? Really? Yeah. I said, I am not that kind of person. I'm not trying to do all that. I said, but if you want to get to know and you want to have coffee or something, that'll be fine. How long are you in town until? He said, I'm in town till, like, I don't know, it was Thursday or Friday or something like that. So I said, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you, if you want to go for coffee or something, let me know. And, you know, I gave him my number. Well, of course, he's not going to call me because it's not what he wanted. I guess I was on his bucket list, too. You really think it's that simple? You tell a woman that you're intrigued and her clothes just melt off? I mean, come on, man. Seriously? Seriously? And then dilly women, especially young ones, are going to be like, oh, you make that much money? Wow. And like, I don't give a shit about that. You're barking up the wrong tree with this one because I don't care. I don't care. I've met superstars. I've met people who have homes that are multi-gazillion dollars. I've met singers, professional singers. I met Luther Vandross. I met Ashford and Simpson. If there are like R&B, I guess that's the genre, R&B. I've met professional singers. One of them was Albie Shore, the first person I was engaged to, and we eventually got married. He was best friends with Albie Shore, who's a professional singer. So there's not going to be, I've sat in these people's yards. They've got swimming pools and tennis courts, and you know, I got lost when I went in the house. I got lost trying to find the bathroom. Okay, they got a baby grand as soon as, you know, baby grand piano as soon as you walk in, and it's laid the hell out, and I had no clue where the bathroom was. You could easily get lost. And you think I'm supposed to be impressed by the fact that you own your own home and you work for the pipeline? I've met celebrities. They got a hell of a lot more money than you do. I'm just saying. All right, so that's not impressive. I'm just not materialistic that way. I don't give a rat's ass. So that wasn't going to get him laid. I don't really know where these, I don't know. I think they're too pushy with that. And if you are that hot in the draws, and I'm not being funny, I'm serious. I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you're so hot in the drawers that you can't control yourself, you need to masturbate while you're home. I'm not being funny, I'm very serious. Look at my face, I'm not joking. You need to masturbate while you're home, and then you need to take a cold shower, a warm shower, cold shower, whatever it is going to additionally cool your ass off, and take a deep breath and get dressed and leave, you know, bounce out the door so you can control yourself. Because right now, you acting like you've been in jail for 20 years and you haven't seen a naked woman in a long ass time. I'm not trying to, look here, no. I didn't do that when I was younger, and I'm damn sure not going to start doing it now. So, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I met Luther Vandross. So yeah, your little piddly money, that don't impress me, okay? I mean, this man had, you know, I think he had a piano in his house, and he had freaking silk, real silk wallpaper on the walls and chandeliers and everything. Look, you can't even compare. So, get out of here. Of course, I talked to this guy. I told you about this before. All these memories are coming back. One guy is like a neuro, whatever the freaking hell his title is. He works with doctors. He's in the OR while you're being operated on. And he guides the surgeon. So he thinks he is the surgeon. He guides the surgeon, and he tells him, okay, you're getting too close to those nerve bundles. You're going to have to move a little bit this way or a little bit that. He guides the surgeon. So he thinks he's a surgeon too, you know. Very, very egotistical. And so I said, he's one of those guys that'll talk to you, and then a week or two later, he disappears. You know, he's like gone. No, he disappears for like a week or two. And then he resurfaces back and, hey, how you doing? I said, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? And that means that they're entertaining other women or other men. Women are entertaining other men. When they disappear, they're occupied by somebody else. I'm not stupid. I know the game. So anyway, he disappears, reappears, and I said, yeah, so, you know, you do this kind of job and blah, blah, blah. We talked about it and this. And he said, well, I said, well, yeah, you kind of disappeared. I didn't know what happened to you. And he's like, well, yeah, I've been busy. I said, so you don't date in real life? He goes, I don't have time. Here's where we go crazy. He says, he got mad that I said, he said he doesn't have time. And I said, but you had time to make a profile. And I wasn't being a smartass. I just said it. You know, you had time to make a profile. I don't have to deal with this. And he puts exclamation, exclamation, exclamation in all caps and everything. That's the reason why people don't deal with your ass. Okay? I'm just having a normal discussion with you. Why are you tripping? So anyway, let me tell you his backstory. Let's just keep it real. Let's put the meat and taters on the table. All right? Let's do that. Because you know me, I'm famous for this. Put the meat and taters on the table. He admitted that he likes banging nurses. This is what I think happened. He started banging as many nurses as he could possibly get naked. And then, as he was on his rounds, and I don't mean patient rounds, I mean booty rounds, with all these nurses, his reputation started to speak for itself. Because the women are going to start comparing notes and talk about how ignorant you are. And how you do this, that, and the other, and you tap the booty, and then they don't hear from you, and all the other games that you play. You don't have time to go on a date, but you got time to bend nurses over and pull their scrubs down. You got plenty of time for that. Boy, please, go on somewhere. So yeah, he got really angry with me. And we were just having a discussion. Okay. Now I see why he don't get no draws no more. You got a bad reputation at the hospital, and you got to start fresh with people that don't know that you're a dog. Well, I already know that something ain't right with you, so you're out of here. I'm not impressed with your job, and you're not a surgeon just because you guide surgeons, okay, fool? Talk to another person who is a pilot for the B-2 bomber. When a man tells you that his kids don't speak to him, there's a reason. There's a reason. And I found out the reason. So, talking to him on the phone, and oh yeah, my kids don't talk to me, and I don't know what's going on. He knows what's going on. They know you're a king size, grade A, government approved asshole, so they don't speak to your ass. So anyway, he was trying to get off the phone, and I said something else to him. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. Maybe he knew that I wasn't a good sucker. I'm not going to be impressed with the fact that you're a pilot. So I wasn't getting all giggly because he's a pilot. I don't give two rats' asses what you do for a living. Anyway, I was nice about it. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Well, he wasn't getting the accolades that he thought he should get. So he says, well, I got to go. And I said, well, that sounds kind of abrupt. And he hung up in my face. Now I see why your kids don't like your ass. Now I see why they don't like you. You made it crystal clear because you are a grade A, number one, grade A, government approved asshole. Yeah. Also, I'm going to go there. We're putting the meat and taters on the table. Marines are not normal. Avoid Marines at all costs. Anybody who is in the Marine Corps, they're no longer in the Marine Corps, they're active duty in the Marine Corps. Avoid, abort the mission. None of them are normal in the head. The one from Nebraska he was a Marine, and I started to avoid him because of it, and I should have continued to avoid him. Another guy that I was seeing for 9 months had PTSD, and he was also in the Marine Corps. And he is batshit crazy. He masquerades that he's super calm all the time. Yeah, he's got a serious rage problem. He didn't go off on me, but he went psycho-ballistic on his son. I mean psycho-ballistic. They don't even have normal conversations. So as soon as I saw that they were in the Marines, I'm like, whew, I'm running out the door. Nope. But yeah, everybody on there is a loser and a liar. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I don't give a shit if it's a paid site, if it's not paid site. Paid sites are full of bullshitters too. The same people are on there year after year after year with the same pictures and the same profile. They don't even have the decency to change their pictures. And some of those accounts could be fake because they want high numbers. The site wants high numbers. So they will perpetrate that there's a gazillion people on there, and some of them, their accounts are not even active. Which is why when you write them, they don't respond. Because it's probably a fake account. So, and then you got, people putting model pictures up pretending that's them. Really? People putting pictures of when they were in high school, knowing they look nothing like that. So I'm just watching him do this whole online thing, and I'm like, dude, did you forget what it was like when we were on there a long time ago? Because, nah, yeah, it's not good. It's a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time. Nobody's serious on there. Now, I've got, oh, I forget their name. I forget his name. Her name is Linda. I forget her husband. Gary and Linda. They are some friends of mine that live in Warsaw, Missouri, by Truman Lake. And they met on, I want to say harmony.com. But this is the difference. He's a mature adult. She's a mature adult. So he gave himself 30 days to be online. I'm gonna be on here for 30 days. If I don't find somebody special in 30 days, I'm done. He found her. They started talking back and forth, started to going out with each other, eventually got married, and they've been together ever since. They own their own business. It's like houseware stuff and Amish furniture, which is very beautiful furniture. They have a log cabin that's attached to their business. So they just walk to work, right? You know, a couple steps away and they're at work. But they've been together ever since. But he was serious. He wasn't running game. But that was also many years ago. Again, when people were a lot more serious than they are now. He wasn't trying to play games. He wasn't going to waste his time playing games. He's not a child. He's not on there to pretend he's in an arcade or something. He was serious about finding somebody, and he gave himself 30 days to do it, and he found her, and they've been together ever since. So, but that's rare. That's extremely rare. So I'm not trying to hear people say, oh, well, so-and-so met her husband on there, my girlfriend met her man on there. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. That was a long time ago. That was way before the predators descended on the sites. Now, all you need is one person who's not playing games. My eyes watering. All you need is one person that's not playing games. Good luck finding them. Good luck. Okay? Because your chances are slim to none. Slim to none. That's why I enjoyed my own company for years, because I didn't have to deal with the BS. You know, and the lies and the trickery and no. No. All right, y'all be cool like ice cubes. Talk to you later. Bye.